Hello again, I'm Jordan, I'm a 3D artist at Open Mind Studios, and we're back with the nanobot. In the first video you saw me create the low poly mesh, in the second video you saw me UV unwrap and texture it. I'm now in the process of rigging it. At the start of this video you can see me adding bones to the mesh, and this is creating a simple skeleton that sits inside of the mesh itself. The skeleton will be used to actually animate the nanobot itself. The skeleton essentially drives the movements of parts of the mesh that are assigned to them bones. You'll see this briefly when the mesh turns black and white. That means I'm weight painting. And weight painting simply means to assign a weight to parts of the mesh that are affected by said bones. Once I finish the skeleton and give it a little test run just to see what parts of the mesh it can move, I'll then start creating what is called the control rig. These are these little lines that you can see me adding around the mesh itself. Control rig is incredibly important because it allows me to animate the bones without ever actually touching them. We never really animate bones when it comes to animating a 3D model, mainly due to the limitations of having to animate each bone individually. With a control rig I can, for example, move the entire leg with one controller, which is driving the movement of 4 bones instead of me having to animate the 4 individual bones themselves. It dramatically increases the time it takes to animate something. A good example of how the efficiency of animation can be improved is the use of IK handles. You can see me applying these in this video, and an IK handle will essentially automate the movement of something like an arm or a leg. You can also see me using something called a point or orient constraint on the eyes. This allows me to have 2 controllers for each eye that allows me to move them individually, or I can have 1 controller that allows me to move the eyes in the same direction at the same time. In the final part of this video you can see the complete control rig. I give it a quick move around, move the body of the mesh about, little nanobots so that you can see its legs moving up and down, all in tandem with each other. Please remember to like and share this video.